My name is Dillon Jules. I'm a field coordinator at the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund. Since our founding in 1940, LDF has used litigation, policy advocacy, public education, and community organizing strategies to achieve racial justice and equity. Throughout our history, LDF has worked to enforce and promote laws and policies that increase access to the electoral process and prohibit voter discrimination, intimidation, and suppression. Today, we stand in opposition to proposed Rule 183-1-12.02. Rule 183-1-12.02's reasonable inquiry provision is fundamentally flawed in at least three respects. First, the rule lacks definitions and guardrails to ensure the reasonable inquiry process will not unduly delay certifying elections. Second, the rule could be employed to delay or deny certifying election results in counties and precincts serving Black voters. Its vagueness risks enabling the personal views and priorities of election officials to distort the democratic process and invites inconsistent interpretation and application across jurisdictions. Moreover, vague and open-ended standards like this one can create opportunities for bias and discrimination to influence decision-making, either unconsciously or in some cases invidiously. Third, the proposed rule's reasonable inquiry provision inserts discretion into a task deemed a ministerial function and therefore contravenes established law. In other words, this rule mischaracterizes a ministerial duty as a discretionary duty. Ultimately, the rule creates more problems than it purports to resolve. By granting opportunity to delay the certification process and by giving authority to wield reasonable inquiries as tools to subvert this ministerial duty, likely to the detriment of Black voters, the rule only perpetuates risks associated with undermining the democratic process. Thus, for the reasons presented, the board should not move forward with this proposed rule. Thank you.
You mentioned that this rule will somehow impact Black voters. Can you explain specifically how this would impact Black voters?
Specifically due to the discretionary methods that any of the election officials could choose to delay certification, primarily in counties with a majority Black voting age population. As we know, Fulton is one of them and many others in the surrounding area.
So it would somehow disenfranchise Black Fulton voters, but not white Fulton voters or Hispanic Fulton voters?
Well, it will disproportionately affect Black voters due to that discretionary measure. Anything that affects Black voters affects all voters.